topic time.
And here we are with the topic, and today's topic is an absolute juicer. It is our most anticipated games for 2026. We're going to do it in a shag, marry, kill format. But first, we do have a couple of listener submissions which submitted their game of the years from the last topic. So
great.
From last episode, sorry. So we, of course, at the end of the last episode, reached out to the audience and we said, submit your top fives and we'll rank them. We'll do a little stinky slaps, right?
Yeah.
And so
an old returning section.
Oh yeah,
It
of
is.
course.
Yeah.
So a stinky slaps works very, very simple. It's not a very complicated thing at all. It's a case of your list is either stinky, which means it sucks, or it slaps, which means it's good. So we got, just to break that down for maybe anyone that's foreign or whatever and doesn't understand what the fuck we're on about, because they haven't taught that in the English lesson yet.
Stink your slaps. It's a well-known UK phrase.
It is. Yeah.
So the first one is from Neb, who's written in, and he says,
Hi, Neb.
Hi, Neb. Just found you guys and absolutely love the podcast so far. I've listened to 3 episodes now and I'm hooked. Just thought I'd leave my top 5 games for 2025. Well, thank you, Neb.
Wow.
Number 5, Hell Is Us. A game you were very interested in.
Yeah.
Number 4, Atomfall. He says, for the speed run, I did the whole game in 25 minutes.
Christ.
Wow.
Could you beat that? Wow. Number 3, Blades of Fire. I don't even know what that is.
Familiar with that, yeah.
Number 2, Split Fiction. And number 1, Arc Raiders.
Ooh.
Says, thank you for the content. I'll be sure to pass the pod. Thank you so much, Neb.
Thanks.
Very much.
Cheers, Neb. What do you reckon, lads? Stinky or slaps? We got Arc Raiders number 1, Split Fiction, Blades of Fire, Atomfall, and Hell Is Us.
Considering how complimentary he was about the show, and thank you very much, Neb, for the compliments. You know, that did make me smile and it warmed my black heart when I read that comment. And I'm so thankful you did it on Spotify as opposed to YouTube, because I would have probably give you some sauce back if it had come on YouTube. But as you got Davey, he probably give you a nice reply, didn't he?
I did. That was very nice.
But I think your sort of view of games and what you like within gaming is quite different to ours, really, because I don't think any of those games outside Hell Is Us has really come up in conversation.
Split
that
Fiction
often.
today?
Yeah, Split Fiction is on there. And I mean, we have considered Arc Raiders, but we've kind of held off, haven't we? Because we were going to buy it, and then we thought, we'll just hold on for Marathon, stay strong to a PlayStation, future game.
Yeah.
But we didn't dip in. But I know that game is so well renowned by a lot of people, and it's going it's going very, very well for them.
Yeah, definitely.
With Arc Raiders. So I'm going to put it out there that this does slap, but some of those games I'm yet to discover.
What about yourself, Spence?
Yeah, I think, mate, pretty much nail the hammer on the head. I think it's a slap as well, just because Arc Raiders, I've seen so much footage of Arc Raiders now, especially the burnt peanut who has just taken over. Mate, he's absolutely blown up, and to be fair, I get it. He's funny as hell, and he's always playing Arc Raiders, and those clips are absolutely brilliant. I love seeing it. I love seeing Arc Raiders. I don't think it would have even been the game for me, but to watch, brilliant.
Yeah.
So Arc Raiders, class. Hell Is Us, I only played a bit of the demo. I didn't even finish the demo, but it seemed really good, and I'm a bit upset I never did go back to it, but I'm sure it is great. So to be your 5th, I'd expect it to be higher, to be fair, but that's okay.
Don't know what else you played.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
Don't know what didn't make the list.
Yeah, and Split Fiction, I'm yet to play, but I'm very excited for, so I gotta give it a slap. That's 3 out of 5.
It means you already get the slap rating because it's 2 out of 3. But I agree with the boys here. I think ultimately the list, what it's showing is that it's very varied, right? Which I think is always quite nice. If it's all if we do a list and it's all survival horror, then you're like, okay, well, it doesn't really give a fair shout. But in here, you got Arc Raiders, you got a multiplayer third-person extraction shooter, you got Split Fiction, a co-op multiplayer narrative experience, Blades of Fire, which is like a I just looked it up what it is. So I wasn't even sure what it is. It's a third-person action-adventure game from Mercury Steam. Didn't do very well in terms of review ratings. 5 out of 10 IGN.
Oh wow,
But
5.
4 out of 5 from Eurogame. I did quite well there. And it's sitting on a 3.9 out of 5 on the PlayStation Store.
Oh wow.
So kind of mixed, but again, very different genre from the others. Atomfall, which is an RPG set in, I know about Atomfall quite a lot. I was thinking about getting it at one point.
After your Fallout, kind of.
No, way before.
Way before. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Maloon who was talking to you about it right at the
Maybe.
start of the year. And so I checked it out, and it's an RPG set in like an English countryside town where they've been like kind of locked down, and there's like nuclear threat or something like that. It's a very RPG. And then Hell Is Us, which is, as you've already spoke to, Spence, so that's like kind of a third person kind of, is it a bit Soulsy, right?
A bit Soulsy. It's probably more actiony than Soulsy, but it's definitely seemed a bit difficult. The interesting bit of it is that you get no help in the whole game. You learn everything through the dialogue, and if you're not paying attention, you're fucked.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I like the variation on the list, and that's why it's getting a slaps from me. So well done, Neb. First submission, getting a slap as well. And that doesn't always happen. We've had people that have written in for the first time, they got ripped.
Some people.
So it is not a guarantee.
But that's because they got bad taste. Genuine.
Yeah, bad taste.
Genuine.
It's their
bad
fault.
taste.
Yeah, it's their fault.
Yes, it's not my fault, this shit.
Yeah,
Is it? You know? And the next one, and the final one that we got submission for today, because we are running very long on time, is from Red CD. A long-time listener, long-time listener to the show, and a good mate. And he said, for me, it's got to be, and I imagine this is coming in from 5th place. He doesn't make this quite clear. So I'm going to mark you down first off. Red CD, right?
Not a good start.
Because even though I can assume the order of this list, I could be completely wrong, and I could be reading it the wrong way round. Which, if I am, I'm going to blame on you, right? Not me. So, 5th place, Dispatch. 4th place, Arc Raiders. 3rd place, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Ooh.
2nd place, Silk Song. 1st place, Expedition 33. I'm just going to come out fucking fire list. Absolutely hardest slap imaginable. With his HMs coming in, Digimon Time Stranger, right, you get marked down for that straight away. Rematch and Split Fiction.
Rematch.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Got another mention on the show.
It has. And he said, some good games mentioned here, though, boys, and some I've added to my wish list. Thanks, Spence. Thoroughly enjoyed this episode, lads. Looking forward to the next one. Well, hope you've made it this far through, Red CD. I love your list. I think it's fucking absolute flames. It's a very strong list. Quite similar. Well, 2 games in 3 games out of our 5. We're completely married up on, bro. Phil, what do you reckon?
I've got to agree, even though I don't think any of the games in his top 5 would be the games that I had in my top 5. We're very different people, but that's just great. That's what we've got on PlayStation. It's just a wealth of options, and they're all great. So I've got to give him the slaps as well. And thank you so much for all the comments that Red CD has been putting on all the different YouTube shorts that we've been putting out. It's been nice to reply to those, and I think my replies have been nice to you. So I hope I haven't offended you yet. But keep commenting. I'm sure I will at some stage.
Of course. Of course.
And what about yourself, Spence?
Mate, the hardest list I've ever seen. It's so varied as well. Each one is like completely different genre. Just a great list. If I had to slap you for this, mate, it's one of them ones on the back where you're like, ooh, after, mate.
Yeah.
You know, big red hand mark on your back. That list is fire, bro. And just what a gamer, by the way.
Yeah, great choice.
Just a gamer, bro.
Great choice, dude. Honestly, audience, you've outdone yourself this week. You really have. Well done for the submissions. Thank you for writing in. And it's been lovely to have everyone just on and talk to us. Nice.
And a new listener.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fold.
Yeah,
Welcome.
exactly right. Welcome to the
We
fam.
can be loving.
We can. We give a lot of loving. We do. And we're now going to give our loving out the way that we know how with a shag, marry, kill. So, Spence, you always kick these off. And the rules for this audience are very simple. We cannot repeat a game that's already come out. So we can't just have the same list 3 times. And I gotta admit something here. I haven't prepped for this.
Off the dome.
I'm doing it off the dome today.
Good luck.
Gives me a bit of flexibility, I think. Because I know a lot of games that are coming out this year. And depending on where you guys pick, I can then throw in some curveballs.
Okay.
Go for it, Spence.
Well, I've also not come prepared. What a shock. Oh,
Really?
Whoa. It'd be wild if you had.
fucking hell. But I'm not like you, where I don't know much of what's coming out this year.
I don't know.
So I'm a bit. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure, and it will be my shag if it is. We're getting a Fatal Frame remake this year.
We are indeed.
Yeah, and I've never actually played a Fatal Frame game, but I've always wanted to. So this
there
would
you
be
go.
my introduction to the series. It's not one that I would commit to, as I'm not too familiar with the IP other than watching a few videos on YouTube many, many years ago. But it's something I've always wanted to play. So I'm definitely down to give it a shag.
Well, my dude, you'll be glad to know that it's releasing in early 2026.
Oh,
So it won't be
Great.
long. They're saying they're anticipating it for March. But that is just an anticipation, no actual release date out yet. It's called Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly.
yeah, that's the one. Very excited for that. I think it's going to be fun.
We spoke on this game.
This was shown at the Japanese PlayStation State of Play.
Yes.
Yes.
And it looked
I
fucking
remember.
great.
Did
I
look
remember
good.
us all saying, I think at the time we put it into a Shags or Marries.
Yeah, I think so.
Then. So good memory, Spence, for that to be tracking and staying so close to the dome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Phil, over to you for your shag.
Well, I've gone a little bit different. Same way Spencer has gone. And we're going to start with my shag, okay? So I'm going to go for a game that I don't think any of you boys are going to even play.
Oh,
So it's a game that you've got no worries. You can go for the big AAA titles if you want,
Okay.
because this definitely isn't one of those big AAA titles. This game is Zero Parades for Dead Spires.
Oh, yeah, you're well keen on this.
I cannot wait for the next game from Zaum, if that's how you say the developer's name. So this is tracked for to be announced sometime in 2026. So we haven't exactly got a month, we haven't got a date,
Okay.
but we have got a year to keep our fingers crossed during this year. And I really, really love Disco Elysium when I played it. Got 89%. See, I told you I knew the Metacritic scores of that game. So it scored very, very highly. And this story is an espionage RPG take. And I just cannot wait to get involved with this game once again. I did play the original. I said the original Disco Elysium exclusively on my Steam Deck, and I probably will be doing the same with Zero Parades.
Well, I've never played Disco Elysium. It's one of those things that's like, I will like this when I get to it, but just haven't done it.
Yeah.
It does look interesting. I'm glad you're excited for it. This is something that would be a bit of a shock if it wasn't included, because I think every time you get an opportunity to wax lyrical, you
Yep,
definitely
I
do
do.
take that up, right? And every time it gets shown at the State of Play or anything else, it's always something that you come away with being like, that was great, right? So very much a Phil Hoy choice. But I respect it. I think it's a really good shag. What about yourself, Spence?
I think, what do you mean? My opinion on that?
Yeah.
I think it's good, mate. I've not played Disco Elysium either, but I'm opposite. I just don't think it's for me.
Really?
I've seen plenty of it. My friends Dan and Kyle love Disco Elysium. They've played it. They've done several runs, and they like to do the voices themselves. It's funny, but it's just not a bit of me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do get it. I get why people love it. Yeah, that is not on my list.
It's a certain type of gamer that enjoys these games, and I think since playing Disco Elysium, I've looked for more and more of these experiences.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of light relief when I played the Citizen Sleeper game.
Yes, yeah.
That was free on PlayStation Plus, and I very much love that story game, read along, and just immerse yourself basically in a good book presented to you as a video game. And back in the day, I used to love the whole read along and choose which page you go to, and this is what these games are all about, aren't they, at the end of the day? So yes, really can't wait for this. But Spence, I think you should stay away from it. I'll tell you all the highlights, and I think your friends probably will as well.
Yeah, I think I'll bloody get an earful no matter where I'm going. Bloody hell. But yeah, I'm staying away, mate.
Well, for my one, guys, I'm glad you haven't taken this. It's a game that I've been looking forward to for a very long time, and it was originally on my Fantasy Game Critic list when we did our initial draw last year, and I had to drop it. And that is a little game called Phantom Blade Zero.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is coming out in September.
Yes.
I am so into this. Everything that gets shown just looks so cool and so like just fun, actiony, right? And even though I've learned that like the way that you block in that game, because if you remember, one of the first trailers they showed was like blocking either like bullets or a load of attacks, and it was just like crazy
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding,
awesome,
ding,
like
ding.
the blocking. Apparently, that's just a button that you hold down and you block like that. But still, I think it just looks like just a really good action game. And
Yeah.
there's been a huge like influx of these lately, with a lot of like the Chinese or Korean developed games. This is one of those ilk, right? But something about it is just hitting different, and kind of scratching. It looks like Sekiro. We'll play nothing like it, and we'll play more like Black Myth Wukong, and I'm fucking cool with that. I think this is definitely something that I've got on my list, and if it isn't in my Fantasy Critic draw, then someone's robbed it from me, because I really, really like the cut of this jib.
So it's not on my list, but it's definitely on my radar. And I agree with you. It has something different, and I think it's the darkness of the kind of aesthetic that you see with this, and how artistic some of the shapes the enemies are pulling.
Yes.
Especially they look as if they're dancing.
Yeah.
You know,
It
is it
does
just
look like
me
it
when you see the trailer? The enemies look like they're dancing around and you're just performing all these wild tricks. It looks like Devil May Cry. A little bit has that kind of ilk to it.
I think it is more similar to that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it is.
has those aspects to it, especially when it comes to the combat. So I'd imagine it's probably going to be quite simple to play, right, initially, but very, very deep. And that's what I hope for it, the same as Devil May Cry.
It's fair, it's fair. I mean, it's not on my list. I don't think it would be
Fair enough.
anywhere close on my list. The thing is, if it is like Devil May Cry, I kind of only like very few games in that genre, which is like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta. And even then, I don't like Bayonetta that much. So that's it, really.
You would, though.
Yeah.
Of course.
Come on. But it's just I feel like I've been hearing about Phantom Blade Zero for ages. And again, it's just that trope that I'm getting tired of.
The
I'm
samurai
just,
trope.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just so done with it, man. And I've not even played any of them. I've not played those games. I'm just sick of seeing them, man.
There's a lot, dude.
So many. It went from the zombie era bloody ages ago. Now it's just samurai.
Yeah, we are.
I'm sick of it, mate. So definitely a miss for me.
Well, I'll let you know how good it is when it comes out in September, mate, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about it again in probably about 6 to 8 months. And then you'll hear about it for again another 6 to 8 months.
It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes.
Can't
So-
wait to discuss Ghost in No Time.
So, over to our marries then. Spence.
So-
Big deals on these now.
Yeah, my marry's changed because it would have been a game, and now it's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That's interesting.
Intrigue.
Now, my marry, it's Marathon.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just
Holy shit, really?
I'm
That's a huge
so
deal.
keen.
Your
for
number
Marathon.
one game of the year, Marathon.
I really think it is. Yeah.
Is that what we're saying the Marios?
I would say so.
Yeah, it's your most anticipated game of 2026.
Oh, God. Mine might be a little bit different then. That's what I've got on my list.
Yeah.
I'll explain myself in a second.
It was a different game
Yeah.
that I'm sure we'll probably talk to even if it doesn't come up on any list, we can mention it later.
Yeah.
But Marathon, it looks so good. It really looks good. Obviously, it might change once we get hands on that beta, but I'm really, really keen for Marathon, and I've
Wow.
not had a game like that in a very long time. I'm just keen to get one this year.
Fucking hell, dude.
Wow.
Great choice. I mean, I think it's going to be one of those games that if it hits for us, it's an all-year game. Much like Helldivers was when we played that. That came out in like the early part of the year. It easily won our game of the year that year because it was just, we put so many fucking hours into it, right? If this hits the same way that like we play Apex or we play anything else, this is we're fucking done. There's
Yeah.
no other multiplayer games we need, you know?
It can't not
Donks.
be a Mario if you put in 200 hours in, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
That's how I feel, mate.
yeah.
So I always say
Fucking
I
strong
don't like
choice.
Smash that much, but really I've got 3,000 hours in Smash, so I have to like it, don't I?
Yeah.
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 So
Of
yeah,
course.
it's kind of like this, and I think I want to put these hours in a Marathon. It looks so good.
Mate, I really respect the
Fair
choice.
play. Fair play.
Thank you. What you then, Mr. White?
Over to me. And I've swerved a little bit because I've got some honourable mentions that I would like to talk about a little bit later on
can
in
do
the
that.
show because they're games that I think need a little shine. So I went a little bit away from the obvious. But
Okay.
because you put pressure on me, I'm just going to go for the lowest hanging fruit. And that is RE9.
Oh, that is definitely
That is a
that
button,
is
mate.
a button.
That is a
That is a
button. Oh
button.
He
my
has pressed
God.
it for the first time. And I think it's worth it. I knew as I said it.
It's time of the year.
First time of the year and we're on.
Oh my God, it's
the
January, bro.
The first real episode. I need to catch up on a couple of shots, but I think it's worth it.
I think you do.
No? Am I behind?
Well, I got 5 to give.
Oh, well, it's going to be a fun episode, isn't it?
Yeah, it will. It will.
Anyway, seeing as I've said it now, but the game that cannot be mentioned, 9, we've already discussed it at length. Literally cannot wait. It's the only game I've pre-ordered for this year. I think that speaks volumes.
Fair dues, man. Fair
Yeah.
dues. I get it, right? Like I get it. I I think for me, this would normally be like an easy Mary pick for me, but I think with the concerns I've got going in, I'm tempering my expectations here, which I never thought I'd do. I haven't known. Last time I had this feeling was RE6.
Ooh.
That's the button.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yes, it is.
Oh,
my man.
fuck's sake! Oh, Jesus Christ! That means so good. That is the. Oh my god! I can't believe it. A double.
Double shot.
Oh my
So,
god.
we
2026.
We haven't hit the button in forever. Like in our bets and shot stocks, obviously we've like settled them. It's not been in the 20s, so it's been like at least 8, so at least 20 odd weeks since we've said that, and now we got double.
Easy. It feels good though, doesn't it?
No, no, I'm not doing great either. Great. Yeah, I haven't had the same feeling as I have for the game that can't be mentioned 6. And I've got that feeling now with this, even though I am still, as we spoke about at length earlier in the show, optimistic. So that's why it wouldn't make my list, but I do fully understand why it's at yours.
Yeah, and this is perfect for me anyway, because this is the game that would have been my Mary. But then, since seeing Leon, and that kind of came down, I'm not saying it.
Save the boys.
It's the thing. It's on the tip of my tongue as well.
Yeah.
And it's desperate to come out of my mouth. I refuse. I'm thinking so much, so I don't say it. But since seeing Leon, my thing's kind of gone down anyway, and Marathon's just blown me away. So, honestly, as well, I kind of feel like it was my most anticipated. However, really, it's a game that I'm going to play for 2 days, and then I'm done.
Yeah, but you're going to play it off the rip, aren't you?
Yeah,
As soon as you're available, we're going to play it, and you're going to play it like all the way through.
I'm going to love it.
And you're going to love it.
I'm going to love it.
You're going to love it.
But
yeah.
I know Marathon I'm going to play. If it does meet my expectations, I'm playing all year.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
That's why it beats it out, I think. But great choice anyway, and it would have been if not for Marathon, I think.
So my Mary's a tough one, and I've got all the world of possibilities open here now. But I've got to think about what game will I play this year that going into it, I think could well be one of the best games of this entire generation for me personally, right? And it's not the big one that you're probably thinking of going to. It's going to be Housemarque's next game, Saros.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah. Good choice, good choice.
Lots of potential here, isn't it?
So I absolutely adore Housemarque. They just don't miss. Returnal is a top 3 game this gen for me. I absolutely love it, and Saros looks like they've built on what Returnal is. So even if it's just Returnal again, it's a 10. You know? It really is. And they got the potential that they could elevate it with a better narrative, which is what I'm hoping for, because that's the only part of Returnal that is a bit weaker, right?
I like the narrative of Returnal, but I know what you mean.
I like
know what
it,
you
but
mean.
it would be quite nice to have something that's not completely batshit nuts, and something that I don't have to watch like 2-hour long videos on YouTube to try and understand the different theories that it could be.
As long as they release a comic book to kind of help you understand what the narrative is, I think that would work, right?
That would probably work.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I'll go in for it. But I think for me, like when I look at anything that's coming out this year, and there's so much, I think this year's got the potential to be one of the best years ever. Saying that 2025 is probably one of the best years that I can remember in terms of gaming output. This just speaks to me. Saros is just a bit of me.
I mean, fair, man. Yeah, I didn't even really think about Saros, but yeah, it's really up there for me as well. Like you said, if it's more Returnal, which it is literally what it is. Brilliant, 10 out of 10. Love Returnal so much.
Yeah,
desperate for more. It was a bit sour when I finally got the platinum on Returnal. I was a bit like, oh, it's done.
It's a bad feeling.
It took me ages as well, and usually a platinum after taking that long, you're so grateful to delete the game. But Returnal, I've reinstalled it like 3 times since. I really want more. So yeah, great choice, mate. Great choice.
And it's a tough one because there is so much choice, and I think as we're going to do something a bit different today, as we are looking forward to this, we're not going to do a kill.
Oh,
we're not going to do a kill. We're instead just going to go through some of our games that are up there, right? Any that you want to go through, any HMs that you want to do. Because to be honest, when I think about kills, it's one of those things I have to see it in the moment. You know, like a conference, it's fresh in the mind, it's burned in. I can just vent and get it out.
I do know what you mean.
When we're going from this point now, we've got the whole year's worth of potential shit games to pick from. I don't remember any of them.
No, mine was going to be PGA.
Yeah, exactly. What should we go for?
I was like, I'm not playing another golf game.
Like, what is it? The next COD, if it's Gash again, like you know,
it's hard to say.
It would just be like kind of re-going through what we went through on the last State of Play or the last the Game Awards and shit like that.
We've already said a lot of that, haven't we?
Exactly. Yeah. This is a time for positive vibes, right? We've just gone through our number one games, but there's some big hitters we haven't covered here. Has anyone got one extra game they want to bring to the table for something they want to that is up there?
Only one.
Only one. And this takes the place of our kill.
My God.
Tough one.
It's really tough, actually.
It's really tough.
Do you want to go first, Spence?
I can't.
You can't? Well, I'm going to dive in because this was up there for me with the level of excitement that I had for my shag. Okay? So I would have said this was a competitive to the shag. And you guys saw me pop off when we saw the announcement for this. You guys, again, it's not a game you'll play.
No?
Definitely not. I am, of course, talking about the return of the boy, Dawn of War, baby.
God.
We're going back, or we're going to the future. We're going to the 40,000th year in Warhammer.
Shouldn't have given you another one.
Dawn of War 4, okay? This time produced by King Art, and this is to be announced in 2026. And we're seeing a series reboot, okay, of the satisfying, it says here, strategy gameplay. So it's an RTS series that was famous back in the 90s, and I absolutely sweated this game. I went to competitive LAN parties where I had to package up my compact Presario and take it down to Chepstow to beat a couple of nerds and take home some PC equipment like an IDE cable. Oh my God, I was over the moon when I got that super slim IDE cable and I plugged it on my computer and I thought I was a pro gamer back in the day. Back in 2004, the first Dawn of War came out. And that came out with an 86% Metacritic.
Wow.
And I'm sorry to say, it was a little bit downhill from there with Dawn of War 2 in 2009 with 85%. And then, of course, Dawn of War 3, which we don't talk about, in 2017 with the 77% Metacritic. So I'm hoping that Dawn of War 4 learns from its past and capitalizes on what was built with the OG Dawn of War and that beautiful gameplay and that very, very valuable IP of Warhammer.
Yeah, very good IP. Couldn't give less of a fuck about this if I tried, mate. Honestly,
I've tried to give it the big uns.
you admit you have. You've done a whole speech, but I mean, this is a game for sweaty little virgins, and it's not for me with my Chad mindset. So
nothing I can say for that, mate.
No.
You are far superior in every way.
That's it really. I got nothing more to add.
Not necessarily a PlayStation game, I must admit. Not going to be playing with the DualSense Edge or on the Portal. As good as the touchscreen is, it's not going to happen.
No, I can't.
It's going to be a PC game, that one.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd just drop it in because I'm very, very excited about that one.
I'm glad you're excited.
Loved that game back in the day.
Dude, I'm glad you're excited. I had a similar thing with fucking when Budokai came back, right?
There we
and I got
go.
Tenkaichi again.
We've all got our demons.
We do. We carry them around.
Yeah.
We carry them with us. Well done, mate.
Thanks.
All I got to say is I echo those thoughts, mate, from Davey. Well, there's not much else I can say, really. You hit the nail on the head. Virgin fucking game. I'm good, man. That's it.
Fair. So have you got a game lined up for your... we call it your second wife, if you like.
It wouldn't be a marry. This would also be a shag, I think.
All right.
But the issue is I'd have to buy another console to play it.
Ooh.
And that is the Duskbloods. The FromSoft game
yes.
coming to Switch 2.
Very nice.
More FromSoft, man. And it looked so Bloodborne. Just keen for it. Looks great. But the issue is it's not a console seller.
No.
So will I play it this year? If Smash gets announced, yes. If not, not a chance. And that is a damn shame because it does look great.
Couldn't agree more with you on that, to be honest. I think this is definitely one of those ones sitting out there with like Donkey Kong Bonanza that as soon as I get a Switch 2, I'm going to be buying, right?
Yeah.
And checking out. I do have a little bit of concern with Dust Bloods, though. Like, yeah, everything I've seen about it, it's like, oh, okay, it's co-op Bloodborne kind of thing. Just gives you those vibes. I don't know why, because FromSoft generally just knock it out of the park every time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I've got like a little alarm bell going off.
Because it's got Switch next to it, mate.
Probably.
That is why,
He's
100%.
clicking fingers every time you.
True.
That is why.
Yeah, that probably is why. But you're right. I mean, if it comes out and it reviews great, then fuck yeah. You know, this is one of those ones that why wouldn't I add it to the library when I do get a Switch 2 for Smash, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You're definitely right. You're bang on the money.
Not on my radar. This is for sweaty nerds, no lifers on their kiddie console, their little Nintendo Switch 2. So no, not at all. Doesn't register with the PC master race over here. Losers, nerds.
It's fair criticism.
Well,
That's all I got.
for mine, I got one which, you're probably expecting an audience for me to come out with like GTA, right? Like, I think that's the big one that's like hanging over us. I'm not though, because I'm going for Tokon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, I forgot about Tokon, bro.
So Tokon, the reason why I didn't put it in my original Mary was just a case of I can depend on House Smart to deliver something that I know is going to fucking blow my cock off, right? Whereas with Tokon,
So crass.
with Tokon, I think that there's potentially needs to be some system changes to be able to make it into the best possible version of itself, right? Which we heard quite a lot after the last beta. But I have every confidence. I'm buying it fucking day one, and it's going to be my fighting game of choice. So it means that our time is going to be split between Marathon and Tokon. So it depends on what we're doing, right? So if Phil's not around, we're not going into Marathon, I imagine, because it needs 3 of us. So we'll play some Tokon. And then as soon as Phil's back in the mix, we're rocking in some Marathon.
Too busy on Dawn of War.
No, fucking hell. So that is my choice for my second one. So unfortunately, GTA not getting the shine here.
Well, that didn't need to be said.
No, it's a big dick.
It's fine. And mate, great choice. I completely forgot about Tokon.
Can't
Didn't even
believe it,
enter
mate.
my mind. What a game, bro. And I do have issues with it, same as you, but not as much as you. I don't mind it as much. I'm just super excited for it. And Street Fighter 6 is getting in the bin the second it releases.
Yes, mate, yeah.
I am so keen. I can't believe I forgot about it. My God. But yeah. Great choice, mate. I'm so excited.
Mate, so many great games.
Yeah, on the Tokon subject, I'm really keen for this one as well, which is quite rare for me these days because I've got a little bit older, got a little bit wiser, and I understand a fighting game takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. And to really enjoy it at your guys' level, it takes a little bit extra time. And all those late nights you stay up, Davey, when I'm in bed, tucked up at 10 o'clock,
Dreaming of Dawn.
and you're there strumming away
Strumming away.
on your fight stick.
Oh, yeah, thank you for the clarification.
Strumming away on your fight stick to what, 3, 4,
Oh, God, no.
5 o'clock in the morning, learning all your combos in the lab. I've got a long way to keep up, but I'm going to try and come in day one with you guys to see if I can form some semblance of an opposition when I join you guys to play.
Sick.
Otherwise, I'm just going to get on, forget about it, and we'll just play some Marathon.
Either way is fine. It's fine, mate. But no, great choices, lads. Some absolutely great stellar picks. I think it's easy to say with the amount of games we didn't cover here, as much as like Marvel's Wolverine, fucking GTA,
New bolt gun coming out.
Judas. There is so many games this year that it is absolutely insane.
Atomic Heart 2.
Yeah.
So many games, and we couldn't have time for them all. But audience, I would love to know what you think. What are your most anticipated games? You're welcome to do them in the same format, or if you want to chuck any 3 games our way, then just let us know and we'll read them out on the next episode.